Halloween is honestly one of my favorite holidays and really holiday seasons simply because of, well, everything. I mean, you got the candy corn, the costumes, the decor, and of course, scary movies. Who doesn't love a good scary movie? There are some people, believe it or not, who don't like scary movies, but I am one who loves them to death. And every year, as a tradition that I've really just made recently, I like to go down the list of scary movies that I haven't seen and I'm interested in seeing, and then through the month of October, watch them. And of course, I'll also watch some classic films, which is what this video is going to be about today. My favorite scary movies, favorite Halloween movies, best Halloween movies, whatever. The ones that I really enjoy and really just, it has a place in my heart, right? So looking at the list, it's very tough because there's a lot of good ones and there's a lot of different ones. You have to recognize that, some of them are meant for kids. Some of them are meant to be funny, like Shaun of the Dead, for example. And then there's some of them that, they're just honestly meant to be scary. And then there's some that are supposed to be scary but end up being laughably bad because, well, the directing, the acting, the writing, it's just all over the place. But for me, what qualifies as a great horror film, great Halloween movie is being scary. I don't really have any attachment to really any kids' Halloween films I can think of. I know a lot of people like Hocus Pocus, but honestly, I don't remember that film. I haven't seen it in a long time, which some people might say, oh, it's blasphemy, but it's not going to be on the list. I know a lot of people really like it, but I don't remember it. I think I watched it like a long time ago, and I don't know. I just don't really have much interest in revisiting it. But speaking of, Fright Night, the original, is actually maybe one of my favorites simply because it's very fun, it's very goofy, but also it's just really good. And honestly, it's probably one of the only more ones that doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's also kind of an, I don't know, almost an homage to horror films that I really do enjoy. And it's on my list simply because, well, it's different, right? And another one that would probably qualify for that, I wouldn't really say it's my favorite, but Cabin in the Woods. And I've actually pulled up a list because there's like so many horror films that, it's hard to keep them all straight. Also, the ones that came out this year in 2018 are not going to be on this list, just throwing it out there right now because I haven't seen them. I'm saving the new ones, like It and what's the other one? A Quiet Place, and maybe some of the other ones that have come out. I'm saving them to watch during October, and I anticipate they will be good because a lot of people have had good buzz about them, but Cabin in the Woods is another one that's, it doesn't really take itself seriously. It's like two films in one. It's like a scary movie, and then it's like an homage, almost kind of comedy movie. And I actually really like that. It's like very original and just very good. I don't know. It's different, but I really like it. So now let's get into the more serious ones. Definitely one for me is Evil Dead, the remake. Now, I know people are very differing on this. Some people really like the older Evil Dead films. Some people like the new one. I personally really think that the remake is really the best one, but I understand why people like the old ones, and I do like the old ones as well. The first one is fairly serious. It has a little bit of that Sam Raimi humor. The second one goes pretty much all in, and I think the second one's very enjoyable and very good. I really enjoyed that film a lot. And the Army of Darkness, I haven't seen, but I'm going to watch that this year, so I can't say anything about that. But to me, the remake, it's just a great horror film. You can watch it. I wouldn't really know if I could call it scary, but it definitely has that great atmosphere. And it's hard to make me get scared, by the way, because I've seen so many of these. But I really enjoy Evil Dead. The remake's very good. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend watching it. Hey, if you don't like it, you got the old ones, which are great. So either way, Evil Dead's a great series. So I really enjoy the remake. I think there's going to be a sequel, possibly, but who knows if it'll be good or not. So anyway, moving on to the next one. I'm seeing some interesting ones here, like Saw, The Ring. Saw was good, but I don't really know if I'd put that on the list. I've seen the first two Saws. The second one was probably better, but I don't know. It's interesting. But one that I will definitely put on the list is Scream. And I don't really know which one I would pick because I actually really enjoyed all of them in different ways. But I guess I'll go with the first one because the first one's pretty good and pretty iconic. I'm a really big fan of slasher films, and you'll definitely see some slasher films on this list. And Scream is just, it's great. I mean, the whole series I feel like there's not really a bad Scream movie. It's just that ones are better than other ones. And I don't know, it's just its own very iconic series, even though it's basically just celebrating horror films in general, which I really like. I like that a lot. But it's also its own great original movie. And I don't really know what else to say. I mean, if you haven't seen Scream, what the heck are you doing? Go see Scream. It's great. Um, but I really enjoy it. And Ghostface, I mean, very iconic. Probably the last really iconic villain we've had in a horror movie in a long time. That's not a remake, obviously. I can't really think of any other ones that really stand out. I mean, a lot of the ones we have now are like possessed kids and stuff like that. So they don't really stand out to me as much as someone like Ghostface. So the next one, now this one I'm actually probably going to make a separate video on, but it's The Descent. I can't really talk about this movie very much, but it's a really good movie. Now the beginning part of it, I feel like it's not very good, but once you get into the actual meat of the film, like past the setup, it turns into like a really, really good horror film. And I honestly didn't expect that. It's one of those movies that really no one really ever talks about. It kind of just, went under the radar, but it's very good. So The Descent, I highly recommend it. It's about a cave expedition that goes wrong, and that's really all I can say. It's a very great, I don't know, it's a great film, really. So it's a great one to watch during the Halloween season. I recommend it, and definitely go check it out. So looking through these other ones, like I said, man, there are just so many. Okay, I guess I'll talk about another classic one here. A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's another series that I do really enjoy. I like the humor, but I also like how serious it is. And I think the concept in general, it's just a very cool concept. Wes Craven, he made Scream, he made Nightmare on Elm Street, rest in peace. But man, he made some great horror films. I really like it a lot. I've seen the first three. I'd say all three of them are actually good. The second one is really kind of odd, but I enjoyed those, and I've seen the remake, and I haven't seen any of the other ones. I heard they get pretty bad. I'm working through the franchise, and I look forward to New Nightmare. I've heard that's pretty good. But I gotta say, man, I really do like Nancy's character. I like Freddy Krueger. I like just the whole thing about it. It's just the dreams and all that. It's very creative. It's very unique. And really, if you look at the time and how everything was like, someone coming after them, like it's in your sleep, it's in your dreams. You can't really escape that. I think that's a great concept. I think that is actually scary. I mean, if that was a real thing, like you just think about it. You think about Freddy Krueger and you're dead. I mean, that sucks. So it's interesting. And then, listen, I know it's like, oh, what's the best Halloween movies? But honestly, the whole Halloween franchise, it's my favorite one. Look, we got to talk about this. Halloween, to me, the series, not the holiday, but the series, Michael Myers is so iconic. I really enjoy Michael Myers a lot as a villain. Honestly, the series that probably really scared me the most of anything, because I watched it, I mean, I was a teenager, but a young teenager, and when I saw the films late at night, I was like, kind of scared. And I gotta say, I mean, I really enjoy the franchise. I enjoy the lore of it. Some of them are obviously a lot worse than the other ones. Personally, I would say that the remake of Halloween 2 and Halloween 6 are easily the worst ones out of all of them. Those are two that I don't even want to rewatch them, honestly. Although Halloween 6, I'd like to see the alternate producer's cut because I haven't seen that, but I know it's bad, but But the remake of Halloween 2 was just so awful, I can't even stand it. But if I had to pick a favorite Halloween movie, that would be very tough. I remember when I watched them all initially that it was Halloween 2, the original. I just very much liked that. I thought that the hospital was very claustrophobic in a way, because it's like, yeah, it's a big hospital, but no matter where she went, she couldn't escape. She was also crippled in a way. I mean, she was injured. And I don't know. I mean, everyone was dying in the hospital, and it just got crazy. The ending was wild, and I just really liked that. I really liked, I don't know, like the remake of Halloween was good, but it was also bad in its own. Like some of the stuff in it was like, oh, this is too Rob Zombie. And I mean the original. I'm not gonna diss that. And I really like 4 and 5 as well. And I don't know, I like I liked all of them really. H2O was good, not as a horror movie, but as Jamie Lee going after Michael. It's like a good finale kind of movie. I don't know which one would actually be my favorite. I guess Halloween 2 would still be my favorite one, but, you know, they're all good. But anyway, there's a lot of horror movies. There's a lot of different genres. I didn't even touch zombie movies, and there are some good zombie movies as well. But, you know, make sure to tell me below what your favorite horror movies are. It's just a different kind of video, but, you know, I love Halloween, so I was like, let's make a Halloween video. But anyway, that's all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because unfortunately, YouTube doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to. I appreciate all the support and the feedback you guys give me. It greatly helps the channel. So in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on the video and just any suggestions you guys have. And also make sure to check the description below for my social media.